Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with SHIN against Hero, the semifinals of the OlimoLeague November finals. Representing Gaming Gladiators, it's SHIN in the left side, Hero in the right side, of course, for Weibo Gaming. AKA Chinese Twitter, is what people have told me, is basically what Weibo is. I don't know, some sort of social media. But glad to see them supporting StarCraft, bought up that Dragon Phoenix Gaming. Obviously it was, what, Kaizi Gaming and... Actually, wait. So it was Dragon Phoenix Gaming, right? And Kaizi Gaming combined to become Dragon Kaizi Gaming. DKZ. Now that's become Weibo Gaming. And obviously Hero, I would say, is a favorite. But SHIN has been nasty lately. SHIN has been beating Max Packs. And even when he loses to Max Packs, I'm like, dude, he could have beaten him. Like, don't get me wrong. Some cheesy BS that he pulls off and stuff like that. But we'll see what SHIN has in store. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve in this matchup. Hero is just on another level when it comes to early game against guys like Dark. I wonder how he matches up against SHIN recently. I would imagine historically it's probably like a 2-to-1 win rate for Hero. But right now, form-wise, SHIN is looking to be one of the more creative and tricky Zergs in the world. And in a new meta, new maps, that's what you really want against Protoss. Now, is it just me, guys? Or is a building not going to close that off? No, it's probably placed correctly, right? I don't know, this looked like a bit of a wide choke point to the point where there'd still be a space open, but no, I think that's a perfect wall off. This is a no scout build for Hero, so he's kind of gambling that he wouldn't get 12 pulled, and he gets away with it. He's also going to hide his second pylon in the back so he can hide tech over here and here. Going to be very hard for SHIN to figure out exactly what's happening, and because he's gone for a standard hatch gas pool, it's going to be quite happy with getting his natural up for free, having a standard solid opening. The question that he's going to have to ask himself is, what is Hero's follow-up, and how hard do you commit to scouting it? If you get an Overlord behind the base, it really helps. His Overlord's going north, so if a Stalker comes out, he can go north, get to the safety, because once you've got an Overlord in the back, you can always come in and scout if it's Tempest or something like that, unless Protoss goes either Void Ray or Phoenix first. Hero would never leave a hole in the wall like that. Yeah, that's the great thing about Hero. Not only does he leave the hole in the wall unmanned, sometimes he accidentally has 2 holes in his wall because he doesn't memorize his wall offs. He just kind of intuitively figures them out, which, to be fair, I used to make a lot more fun of, and I do all the time now. Difference being not a professional Protoss player. I kind of make it up as I go when I'm playing Protoss. So I'm trying to get better at the moment. I'm actually really enjoying force fields in the matchup again. Zergs are all trying to rush Hydras. They're trying to skip Roaches and Ravages. And you've got energy recharge. So there's 2 reasons why sentries are actually so good in the mid game again against Zerg. Alright, Adept coming out. It is Phoenix. Wait. Phoenix opening? Hero, wake up. He just flew right past the Overlord. Oh no, Hero. He's focusing on his Adepts. He's not paying attention. Okay, there we go. He realizes. Good. Now, a Phoenix opening is super old school. One of the big problems Phoenix openings have had historically is they don't have enough lifts. So even if your opponent skips on anti-air, you can't get that much damage. But he's going to go multiple Phoenix here. He's going to hide the other ones. And you can actually use the energy ability to give them more energy, have more lifts available, and therefore kill a lot more drones. Now, last time I saw this when the patch first came out, we were testing it in the PTR before the patch was released, sorry. I actually was theory crafting like, oh, could this be really good? Oh, I like that micro with the probe hiding up against the Adept. But good sacrifice for SHIN. Trades a Zergling for the probe. What we saw was someone defend with Queens and Spores really well, and the Phoenix couldn't even use the energy, even when they did use energy recharge, so it wasn't very good. These Lings are doing a great job, man. Another Adept has to come out to try and ferry that probe over to the third, finally getting it started at 420. Great start for SHIN, great delay. All right, we've got creep spreading forwards as well. How many queens is this? 4 queens, 2 more buildings, spores everywhere. Queens coming down towards that third base. Ling's up north. Roachwarren, hello, Roachwarren. Oh, that's cool. Very early Roachwarren, considering he doesn't really see anything other than a Phoenix. I guess he only saw 1 Phoenix. He hasn't seen the others yet, has he? Oh, he's about to find out. Let's see what they can find. There are spore crawlers up, though. Drones in the open. Going to try and just pick up whatever drones are in the open. Oh, that's not a bad start. 4 drones already for a bit of damage on a Phoenix. Very well done. Well done there. And SHIN, is there a response? I would imagine Lair is going to be likely, but he actually builds more queens. Okay, so SHIN says, screw that. More queens for anti-air, and let's just drone up. It's so many Phoenix, 6 of them. It kind of feels like a 2-star build, but he actually just chronoed a lot, which is how he was able to build so many Phoenix. Gets an Overlord, does almost lose 1 Phoenix, but he pulls back the weak one, grabs 2 more. Beautiful damage so far. 7 drones, 2 Overlords. Hasn't lost a Phoenix. He can go home and get more energy if he needs it, though he's still got 1, 2, 3, 4 lifts available, if he can use the red hit point 1 to lift, which is pretty unlikely since it would almost certainly get focused down by the queens. Hard to focus fire the weak Phoenix there when it is stacked. Another 2 Overlords go down. This is really good damage. Glaive's coming in behind it as well. Hero going for, is this 4 gate or 5 gate? What is this? 1, 2, 3, 5 gate Glaive Adept after Phoenix opening. There is a Roach Horn, but he's too busy redroning right now. Shin's worried about his economy falling too far behind, and rightfully so. Queen's going to get picked off. Does he get the Overlord? Yep, Overlord's going to go down as well. Dude, so much damage. That Phoenix almost dying. Going to come in there, pick off another drone, another 2 drones. Wow. Great harassment by Hero. This is the first time we've actually seen the Phoenix opening work this well, and honestly, it just comes down to him hiding what he was doing and chrono boosting really hard and getting those first drones down. The bases being spread apart a decent amount helps as well. Where's the adept count, guys? Oh my gosh. That is a lot of adepts. 18! 18 adepts! 2 more! 20 adept timing! This is such a late adept timing, but there's so many. This Zergling's gonna see it. Watch this Zergling, guys. Watch Shin's Zergling. Oh my god, the surprise of a lifetime. The Zergling runs right past. He needs to wall off. He's trying to do an emergency wall off. He quickly kills his own creep tumor. The Phoenix pick up the drone, stopping him from walling off. If the Phoenix stopped him from walling off. The Phoenix did it. Amazing play by Hero. Shin's emergency wall off, not going to get down. He's trying to build roaches. Lings are going to get absolutely hammered. Hero picking up those queens with high energy so they can't be transfusing. Yes, the Phoenix are starting to fall, but the adepts are in on top. I think the Phoenix have already done their damage, and now they're in that main base. Oh man, 15 drones go down in the blink of an eye. Make that 17. And still 3 Phoenix gone out of there. Beautiful play here for Hero. The Adepts shading down towards the 3rd base. He's on top of the 3rd as well. Shin was going for a 4th base on the gold, but he did not have any scouting. The Phoenix denying the vision and just exploding economically while sliding in some surprising Adepts. Cancels the shade there. Going to take out that Roach Horn. Here we go. Adepts dancing. Dancing. He's going to try and shade in towards the natural. Queen's coming forward. Adepts taking big damage. But time to leave. He's going to leave with those Adepts. 26 workers, more than enough. Phoenix will come in for a bit more damage, potentially on an Overlord. Picks off a drone that was trying to wall off again. Oh, Hero. Nasty, mate. This single Adept gets in there, kills another drone. And these Phoenix. That's a damaged Queen. Might be able to kill it, but the Spore Crawler. Oh, Spore Crawler and the Transfuse come in. The Queen does survive. 4th Nexus is on the way, but we've already got a Blink Stalker transition. 15 Stalkers out. He's going up from 6 gateways to 8 gateways. He's already got 1 Forge, 2nd Forge now. Double chronoing those. Needs to start +2 attack right now. Should come back and start that, knowing he chronoed an upgrade that was 98% complete, and he does. Good awareness here by Hero. He's building cannons and batteries, guys. A few cannons and batteries up top, and a cannon in his other bases as well, or at least a few around. There we go, 1 in the natural, as he knows he's not going to leave a unit in the wall for the rest of this game. Adepts are still on station in the north of this map. Phoenix still scouting around. He sees a blob of roaches, and Robo goes down. 3 more Stalkers making. Now, this is where there are probably some optimal ways to finish the game. I really feel like with a 4th base up, Hero could just play late game transition. But it looks like his answer is I'm just going to attack with 8-gate Blink, keep warping in Stalkers, and then I'll slowly think about taking gases, Storm, and that sort of stuff behind it. But for now, I am basically just in your face, denying your gold. You're only on 3 base mining, I'm on 4. Phoenix and Stalkers on the right, Adept shading in on the left. Shin knows he is way too far behind the curve in this game, and Hero gets a lovely map 1 victory. As Shin just got caught off guard, those Phoenix did a bit too much damage. Haven't seen a Phoenix opening work that well in a while, but Hero, he must have dumped like 3 or 4 chronos to get that many Phoenix out, 6 Phoenix so early, and then just goes into a massive Glaive Adept commitment behind it while macroing at the same time. And it's going to be yet again a gas first, no scout build. Dude, Hero is just like Shin never 12 pulls. He must know that Shin never 12 pulls. So he's getting away with the greed. Now, to be fair, this does give up blocking your opponent's expansion, so you could argue, oh, it's not really that big of an advantage. So it gets to take their natural. Their opening's a little bit better as well. So we were just talking about how the Cyclone's broken in Twitch chat. And it's 25% bonus damage that it's not meant to have. And the chat says, it's the same with Zerg and Lurkers. Why is no one saying anything against that? Lurkers aren't broken right now. Why is no one saying anything? As Terran, it's almost impossible to beat a GM Zerg on Lurkers. No, I don't. I disagree. I don't think Lurkers are that hard to beat at all. I play, like, if you play heavy tank, that's the best. If you play Ghosts, it's really hard. Ghosts are very hard to use. I wouldn't advise people use Ghosts against Lurkers ever. Tanks and Libs are usually the easier unit to use against it. Even Cure used to have like this really cool 3 factory. He'd actually add a 3rd factory and go triple tank and just play like, he'd play it kind of like a TVT with just like mass bio tank, and he'd just, you know, do split pushes and just overwhelm and just have the siege tanks plus scans is really good. Like, Lurkers are a really good unit, don't get me wrong, but they're not broken right now. So we were just complaining about the Cyclone being broken, and like, it's broken. It actually got implemented wrong. So it's just a different thing. So, you know, sometimes people have this weird thing where like, I'll talk about like, hey, this thing was implemented badly because Blizzard's bad at their job and doesn't maintain their game very well. And people will be like, oh, but like, I lose games to Broodlords. Why aren't you talking about Broodlords being overpowered? Or whatever the unit is. And I'm like, well, no, I'm talking about specifically a unit was implemented wrong. It accidentally got extra rockets that it shoots, and that's a big issue. Any mention of it? I mean, they're playing a mod at Home Story Cup at the moment to make sure it doesn't have those issues, of course. Yeah. All right, pylon goes down. I think, like, for me, Ling Bane and Ultras are way more of a problem than Lurkers. I love playing against Lurkers because it's a much slower style. I've never struggled with Lurkers in TvZ, but it just goes to show different players have different strengths. Nice pylon block here, guys. Hero Stalker poking. So Stalker first comes over. Doesn't get the Overlord, of course. That Overlord just hides on the pillar. Let's talk about the game in front of us. Honestly, yeah, the Cyclone is OP, but Terran is just getting love because of the lack of love over the years. I'm going to vehemently disagree with that. This is like a thing. This is the same thing when I talked about I did a video talking about how the Broodlord was kind of implemented in a weird way where people didn't know what was actually happening, and I explained and kind of deep dived on it. People got really angry at me saying, why don't the Broodlords just get some love? And I'm like, well, I don't think this was intended. Like there's this weird thing lately where there's like a lot of people, every time I talk about the design of StarCraft, and if something's implemented wrong or designed, like, you know, they thought they were doing a change, but it does something different, that it was unexpected. There's people who get angry at me in chat. They're like, well, can't we just have the accidental thing because I think my team's unfair, like, too weak? Like, what are you guys talking about? No, that's not how it works. Uh-oh. Oh, he's in! He's in! You're kidding me! You're kidding me. He was focusing on the Oracle on the other side. Heroes Adepts not properly positioned in his wall. Who would have ever thought that Heroes units wouldn't be properly positioned? Run the probes. The probes need to get out of here, man. They need to get out. They're going to fight. They're going to fight. But oh my god, he's getting hammered. He's getting hammered. Oh, Hero from an excellent strategy in game one. The guile, the cleverness, the decision-making. Catches Shin off guard, gets an easy win. Game two, doesn't put his units in his wall properly and dies to a bunch of Zerglings. 30 Zerglings, just a randomly timed Ling Flood, and of course, Hero's so famous for leaving that door unguarded. Shin, I don't know how he sensed he was going to get in there, but building 30 Zerglings is a big commitment. The end of that, he kills an Oracle, Stalker, 2 Adepts, 22 Probes. He is miles ahead in both the units lost and the work account, double the work account. If he can defend these Oracles, and he does have a Spore in each base, so he should be able to, he should just have this game in the bag. Hero. This is classic Hero, guys. Outclasses his opponent one game and then just gets hammered in the next one. So common for him. Second Spore just to help keep that drone alive because he knew it was about to get targeted. I don't think he lets that finish. Gonna turn the lasers on, gets a Zergling. Doesn't really find anything else. He wants to grab a drone or two, but oh, he takes some real damage there. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, no, you can't fight this queen. You can't fight this queen, Hero. He's going to try and get the queen. He does get it, but he loses an Oracle. Adepts coming forward as well. 6 Adepts here. There's only 7 Zerglings on the map. 16 in production, though. The queens can take the first volley or two of the Adepts. The Lings could do decent damage. The Lings getting good surface area, but there's not enough to full surround just yet. They need to follow the shade. Good moves by Hero. Enough Lings in the main. Going to make that shade not that effective, especially if the drones drill on top. You can see if the drones drill on top like that, they can all attack at the same time. Beautiful micro by Shin. Sporkler and Queens defend the Oracle. The Adepts starting to fall there. And there's only 3 Adepts, or 2 more actually arrived, sorry. So 2 Adepts shade back, 2 more join from the front. Oracle still has energy, could turn on its laser beam, take out a bunch of these Zerglings. Adepts taking a lot of damage, though, worth sacrificing a few Zerglings, especially If you can kill every single Adept and the Oracle is forced back deep in the red, Hero knows he's too far behind and he has to tap out. GG. All right, guys. Hero in the top left. Shin doing an extractor trick in the bottom right to get... Is he going to go 15 hatchery before Overlord? Oh, yeah. 15. And Hero actually sent a probe out to build a pylon and a probe to build... to go block. But he doesn't get there in time. So, man, Shin, clever opening. I like it. First game where he goes to block, because Hero's like, look, if I go gas first, no scout, 2 games in a row, you're going to start doing 16 hatchery. And then game 3 is where I'll surprise you with the block. But Shin anticipated it. Shin's like, dude, I know you're not just going to not scout every game. You're Hero. You're always going to vary it up. There's no way 3 games in a row you do that. So I think Hero, you know, Shin had the read, essentially. In terms of this little mini poker aspect of like picking your opening adjustments, Shin had the correct read. It's pretty amazing that someone in the community can put out a mod that fixes the patch before Blizzard addresses it. That's literally how the game gets patched now, is the community comes up with, you know, people in the community make mods, and then Blizzard presses the button, but things break in between somehow. Sometimes things just aren't properly tested on the PTR. You know, changes just aren't published to the PTR frequently enough to get them all tested. So a bunch of changes get made. That has flow-on effects. Because it's not published until the patch goes live. It's like things don't get found out. And then within a day, they're all fixed in a mod waiting. We're just waiting usually for Blizzard to press the button on it. It's kind of a bummer. It is Thanksgiving, which is why things are exacerbated right now. Right? Everyone's off for most of the week. Yeah, I forgot about that. So that's why things are probably going to be a bit slower than expected. Ah, that's a bummer. Silly Americans with your American holidays. It's all fine. At least PvZ seems good right now. Shin did have a very bad experience or two with the mothership recently. We'll see if Hero gets that mothership out nice and early at some point. Pig, did you hear about being volunteered to become the Balance Council dictator? It's Balance Tsar, thank you very much, not dictator. And no thank you. No. I do think there should be like a casters council or something that has final say on balance. Let the pros come up with their great ideas, but so that they don't have to argue about making it fair between the races and constantly horse trade with each other, you let the casters make the final say. So you keep whatever the current process is, but then you let the casters choose the final things that stay in. Means pros aren't so worried about horse trading the whole time then. You let people who are a bit more interested in the overall fun of the game and the community get it done. Dude, this is a good shade. Hero gets 2 drones. Really nice. Ooh. Can we get a third? No. Gets a few Zerglings. We'll get 1 Adept out of there. I think that's super worth mining time. Oh, good block there for Shin. Does get some extra hits on the Adept. Was it 2 Zerglings? 3. 3 Zerglings, 2 drones for an Adept. Great trade. Second gateway's coming up. An Oracle. You guys might have thought Oracle used to be a ubiquitous opening. It is even more so now. Now, what's weird is he's gone second gate and third gate. But he's hid the second gate in the back. Hero, are you doing a 10 Adept timing with no glaives? I think he's actually, sorry, he's going to do 9 Adepts with no glaives. He's definitely going to play triple Oracle. If you do this, you cannot do it on 2 Oracle. You need a 3rd Oracle, I think. We'll see. 150 gas momentarily. He's just camping. He's waiting for that drone to pop. He says, let me kill you. And Spore Crawler, very quick response for Shin. Nicely done. 3rd Oracle started. And Warp Gate's about to transform. There's 3 Adepts on the map. He's going to do 2 rounds of warping in more Adepts and start moving out with them. Oh! Oracle almost dead. You cannot stay in Spore range, guys. You got to be careful. This one comes in, gets another drone. Still 3 drones there on top of the 2 that he got earlier. That's 5 drones total. It's a really good start. So you can see those Adepts warping in now. He's going to actually move out with just the first 6. And then he'll go Twilight and Forge behind it. The second and third gate also makes you much safer against all-ins as he leaves his door wide open. I mean, this man just has no fear. Just 0 fear at all, right? This here, that's just Hero in an image, that is. Oracle comes in, tries to stasis trap, gets frozen down. Actually, sorry, no, he doesn't lose the Oracle. I thought he did. It was the stasis trap got focused. The Adept's trying to shuffle into the corner. I didn't even realize there's a little corner they can hide in there. Oh, that is dirty. That little Adept corridor right there. The Adept closet. Damn, man. Live your best life. Stop hiding in the closet. 3 more drones do go down. Oh, Oracle goes back for more. No, you don't do that against the new Spore, man. You do not do that against the new Spore unless the drones are really exposed. But another 3 drones do go down. Not worth losing 7 Adepts. That was a much better trade for Shin. Shin's got a worker advantage now, and I worry that Hero's getting a little sloppy from what was really good harassment early on to a big overcommitment with those Adepts. He's now in an issue. Forge, Twilight coming in, 4th gateway as well. Stasis trap in the main, stasis trap in the main! Ooh, okay, Oracle needs to run away. Get out of there, Hero. Do not lose this Oracle for no reason. Oh gosh, Hero. Shin gives him a second chance there. Hero just not paying attention. He's coming again, once again with no glaives. Why has he got 8 Adepts with no glaives? Guys, Hero's drunk. Normally, I would say this is a terrible play right now, but because it's Hero, normally when I say his plays are terrible, he wins the game 6 seconds later. So let's just see what happens. Maybe he's going to teach us about the power of non-glaive Adepts at 6 minutes 20, which is pretty late in the game to be using an unupgraded gateway unit. I love this Spore Crawler block. He doesn't have to cancel a building. He can just uproot the Spore Crawler whenever he wants to let units in and out. That's right, guys. Zerg gets a door. That thing Protoss has been dreaming of for the last 14 years. Stasis Trap is a little bit far back there. Hero being annoying. At least he preserves his Adepts. Causes a little bit of chaos. And it does build a worker advantage. He's also going to go second Forge, a few more gateways behind this as well, so we'll go up to 6 gate blink. I worry about him defending his own 4th base, Hero, because I think he's going to go 4th base before gas on the 3rd. There's a lot of Roachling on this map. Oracles, though, with that energy ability, can always pop up their energy, which he's just not been using. Finally, he uses it on that Oracle. The Adepts on the right side as well. 4th hatchery goes down. 5 more Overlords for Shin. Shin is on 67 workers. That's right, 3 bases fully saturated. It looks like he wants to go for a Roach Hydra style. Roach Hydra's been really popular. Now you might be wondering, why is Roach Hydra so popular on this map pool? I think it's because the Oracles have unlimited energy. Zerg wants to do attack timings, and if you don't have mobile anti-air, that kind of sucks. So that's one reason. The other reason, I guess, would be Hydras can pick off stasis traps from out of range very easily. Stasis trap spam pretty big early on in this patch with the energy ability. Nice clean up there for Hero. Gets rid of the Changeling and the Overseer. Other than that, I mean, it was already somewhat popular on the previous map pool, right? The previous season, you saw Rogue doing it a fair bit, Dark mixing it in. It's a good surprise tactic for a Protoss who doesn't get up to Robo units splash damage. If they don't have Immortals, if they don't have Storm, they're just on Stalkers. Zealots are pretty much worthless against Roach Hydra, and we are seeing that Zealot transition right now for Hero. He's got some Stalkers and Cannons defending his 3rd. He's pushing the front at the same time. The Adepts are a little far forward. He's going to try and pull those back. If he can get rid of this 4th base, this could be game ending. Because if you kill the 4th, you can just run away and be in a good spot. 3 base versus 3 base does favor the Protoss player, but you don't want to be fighting right now. You do not want to be fighting. Losing a couple Stalkers for a couple Roaches, never worth it. Single Roach sets off the Stasis Trap. Hero shading his Adepts on the left side, getting 2 drones right here, but the Roaches and the Queens distracting the fire of those units. Adepts shading in, but the Roaches are on top. The door is closed. Shin says, welcome to Roach Town, mother trucker. And 8 more Stalkers warping in. Hero's on mass Stalker. He can't do anything but Stalkers. Lambo made a really good point in this Home Story Cupcast. If you guys want to learn about Zerg matchups, go listen to Lambo. He was saying that Hydra styles are so popular now, but because so many players are skipping Roaches entirely, Sentry Stalker kind of just beats it because there's no counter to the force fields. In this case, you've got Ravagers. You don't have that weakness. So Sentries aren't really going to help. You have to just play Stalkers. Yeah, Guardian Shield can help a little. Force Fields can help a little. Stasis Traps, though, not that useful, though. I'm not sure if there's an Overseer on this map. He doesn't have one. Stasis Traps actually really would help here, but Lings keeps setting them off immediately. The Rocks going down on the left. Roach Hydra coming in with a giant arc from both sides. The Lings do need to be careful. Stasis Trap, he did it right on top of his other Stasis Trap, which means it does nothing. Hero in panic right now. He's got nothing but Stalkers. Can he defend? He's down 30 army supply, but he does have Blink. He's got +1 armor. He's about to have +2 attack. That'll be a double upgrade advantage. Those 2 Zerglings set off yet another Stasis Trap. Hero not getting anything done with the Oracles at all. The Stalkers trying to pull back. Ravager Hydra hanging out, just trying to get rid of this Nexus. Shin, got to be careful with his concave management. I think he's getting enough damage. Probes are being forced off the line. Hero knows he can't lose that base, so he blinks forward. He goes for the blink attack. The probes get pulled. The Oracles go in, and it's a surprisingly decent fight for Hero. Only loses 7 probes. Don't blink forward, though. Oh, I was going to say don't blink forward because there is a rally, but it might pay off. It's so dangerous. You could tell Hero absolutely had to do what Hero was going to do in that scenario and click with his important thing, and he does. He defends the push. He's only down 5 workers. His third's here. He can easily transition workers from his main. He's reprobing. There is no... Wait, he's got a 4th. He's reprobing? I don't think that makes any sense. Shin doesn't transition from these situations. Shin's just going to be all in. I like that he's counterattacking, but Hero needs to just transfer workers from his main and make army. If he just makes army, he's chronoing probes. Hero, think about who you're playing against. You literally just made a miraculous hold. You're back in this game if you do anything but probe. Just stop probing and this game's in the bag. He doesn't have a late game. His name is Shin. He's never made a hive in his life. When he makes a hive, it's GG. He's making a lot of probes, man. It's way too many probes. He's just remembered the probes in his main. These mineral patches mined out 3 minutes ago. Stop making probes. Okay, he's stopped making probes. He's realized he's overprobed now. He's got 4 High Templar. He needs to just make army. He's got 8 gateways. If he just makes army, I think he can't be killed because it's just wave 2 of the same all in. He's got cannon battery coming up, which will help. He's trying to build more gates. I feel like Shin is so committed to such a simple build, and I think he's just going to wrap around and maybe surround him. That being said, Storm could be very effective. High Templar on the front is crazy, but this is Hero we're talking about, and he's not exactly your most calm, cool, collected player. Hedging bets is for losers and tryhards, in his opinion, and he is neither of those. He's a bad boy. He's a Protoss player who likes to get in his opponent's face and punch him as hard as he can. Those High Templar need to go home right now. He's only got 1 Storm left. He needs to go back, get more energy from that energy recharge, and just keep making more units. Honestly, if he goes Charge Immortal Archon, I think it would be better than more Stalkers at this point, but he does need a double Robo so he can start making Immortal. Storm goes down there. We want to pull these High Templar all the way back, but he's just morphing Archons. He has no High Templar gathering energy at home. Hero could be building layers of advantage, but instead he's just probing, which is an advantage, but I feel like you're already so far ahead in economy. Do we really need a 16 worker advantage? Probably not when you're playing Storm, double upgraded Stalkers up against Roach Hydra. That being said, right now the upgrades are even. 2-1 for Zerg has kicked in. Archons are exposed out front. One of them gets focused down. The other one's getting hit as well. It's going to fall. Archon's a bit too slow to deal with that Roach Hydra. Zealot's useless against this army, by the way. Zealots are completely worthless. Hero should only be Zealot counterattacking. He should not be fighting like this. What? Hero, where's the splash damage? Where's the Storm? Why are we running a High Templar into the front? My god, Hero! You cannot possibly be throwing this game. He should still be able to survive, but my god, is he making it as hard as he possibly can. Hero has got to be one of the worst top 10 players in the world when it comes to securing an advantage. He knows he's ahead, but he's just not doing the right things. His Stalker's trying to blink back right now. Roach Hydra moving to the mineral line. Probe's going down. Oh my lord, he's having a fight with his workers. Why is he not warped in a High Templar and used energy overcharge? He could Storm at any moment, but he's refusing to use it. Hero showing some legitimately just bizarre Hero-esque play that we only see from him. It is such a big problem. Stalkers blink forward for some absolutely befuddling reason, and Hero is going to throw away one of the biggest advantages we've seen in a while. Hero is so good at making comebacks, but for whatever reason, that superpower comes with a severe weakness. You know, in a lot of fantasy worlds and games, there's things that give you strength but also give you weakness, right? You take Unholy Frenzy in Warcraft 3, you put that on your unit, 75% attack speed bonus. Guess what? Kills your unit while they're using it though, right? 4 damage a second. It's pretty big, even for Warcraft 3, where units are tanky. Hero basically permanently has like 6 different buffs and simultaneous debuffs on himself at all times. We're talking Unholy Frenzy, we're talking Berserker Rage, does double damage, takes double damage. It is always such a crazy. Finally uses energy recharge on his High Templar, but what a monumental throw this game was. I'm going to be harsh. He was in a good spot, and he just after that hold on his third, he was in such a good position. And what should he have done? Double Robo Immortal, make Storm, let High Templar gather energy at home. He could have pressured the way he did, but he never sent his High Templar home to gather energy, and he started filtering Zealot Archon into a Roach Hydra army. That is a befuddling decision. I mean, why are we running Zealot Archon into a Roach Ravager Hydra ball that outranges it and guns it down before they land any hits? What you do at this point is you start doing Zealot counter harass. You start filtering Zealots into the other bases. You try and get a Prism around the top, though I know his Robo is very late. And he should have been going double Robo. But he just, yeah, crazy, nonsensical play from Hero and an amazing comeback for Shin, who was locked into this 66 drone Roach Hydra all-in, and he comes back from the brink of defeat. Capable of making comebacks no one else can. Capable of giving away games that no one else would find a way to lose. Hero with a big misstep in that. And just got to be frustrated watching that, man. Probe moving around. Pylon going to go down on the low ground. He's going to try and go for a block. But on ley lines, can you even get there early enough to block? Guess we're going to find out. Shin right now, looks like he's gone for a more standard 13 Overlord, 14 Drone this game. And he's going to build... Oh, he's going for the 16 hatchery. I guess he was hoping that Hero would be going back to a gas first, no scout. Which means when his drone comes down, he's going to have to go take his third base. That is a little unfortunate. Actually, wait, did Hero just not map this out? Oh my god, Hero. He's so late to the block. Was he not even trying to block? In which case, why is he pylon scouting? Hero's opening. Does not make a lot of sense to me. Very confusing. Very confusing opening for Hero. Shin gets away with murder. Shin gets away with a nice greedy build. Hero sends a scout that can't really achieve much. Like, Shin's going to respect it, send a drone off mining temporarily, chase it away, builds a spawning pool. But advantage in the openings definitely goes to Shin here. What I love about Hero is he's untiltable. Even when you see him look frustrated because, like, he doesn't win, like, he shakes it off instantly. You know? He's like a... You guys ever see, like, a gazelle just getting eaten by, like, a tiger or something? And then somehow it just gets this burst of strength and like kicks it off and runs away. And you're like, oh, damn. And it has like a chunk bitten out of it and stuff. And it just like shakes it off and runs off and just rejoins the herd. And is like, yeah, back to eating grass. And you're like, what? You were just getting eaten. Like Hero has that sort of like just basic animal survival instinct. You know, some people out there, they're like, oh my God, I got cannon rushed and the trauma has never left me. And you can see it in the way they play StarCraft. And then there's people like Hero where you can like get cannon rushed 14 times in a row and he's like, oh, that was kind of annoying. It's just, it somehow doesn't, yeah, it's water off a duck's back. It's impressive. Stargate building in the main base. He has an unflappable will to consume grass. Absolutely. He has tenacity. He does. You have to. If you play such a high-risk, high-reward style like Hero, you can't be getting thrown off by dumb mistakes you're making. Counterpoint. Let's play devil's advocate. Hero might stop making dumb mistakes if he actually got more annoyed at them. Right? But would he give up part of the will to take the crazy risks that he takes? Maybe. I like this. He's ready to wall off. Hey! He says, I want to chrono my probes and my oracles, so I'm going to have to build a gateway to stop you getting my base. Does delay the oracle by a few seconds, but now he chronos it. And the adept going to run in, shade backwards. Oh, good evo block. And adept doesn't really take any damage beyond the shields. Gateway cancels. Adept comes out, cleans up the two zerglings. Great micro for Hero. And he builds this extra pylon. Pylon, normally you want to build that the moment you start the oracle. Slightly later this game because he had to spend the money, of course, on that second gate. And now second gateway actually builds for good in his main base. Clean start for Hero, as the second oracle also gets chrono boosted. Now Shin, yeah, he got his hatchery up, so he's also had a pretty nice opening. Spores building in both bases. Not going to be ready in time. First oracle could have a few seconds to get in there, maybe do some damage, but I think Hero likes to just hang out at the third base often. Spore Crawler's 2 seconds away. 3, 2, 1, and it finishes. Oracle can't find anything. Oracle number 2 pops out. Twilight Council, hello ladies and gentlemen. Have you heard about our Lord and Savior, the Resonating Glaive Adept? Because I'm pretty sure that's what we're going for this game with such an early Twilight before taking natural gases. Doesn't even have probe production right now, so it looks like he might build 2 more gateways before resuming probing. Trying to hit a timing as fast as possible. Yeah, 2 more gateways on that production tab. 4 gate glaives. He's going to go for 2 more drone kills here. Oracle's drive-buying into the main base, looking for more drones. Going to pull those away. Ling's on the third base, not going to find anything. 2 of those go down to the Adepts. The Adepts immediately counterattack because Hero has absolutely 0 chill. And his defense wants to immediately turn into offense. Adepts moving forward here, taking out a couple of creep tumors. Does shade back to the left side. All right, Shade's coming forward. We've got some queens and drones there. Adept's going to shade in towards the natural. Good cancel. Yeah. Resonating Glaive's coming in now. He's made it look like just a light Adept Oracle pressure, probably into Blink. Shin has such little vision right now. He's going to try and scout through the middle. Tries to go around here. How many Adepts is this? That is 11. 11 Adepts going to be hitting very early in this game. Shin's going to find out in a moment. Overlord trying to pull back here a little as well. And that is Mass Adept. Rochoran is not done. Shin finds himself caught with his pants down. This is a big problem for Shin. Spore Crawler does seal the wall. I love how quick he is with that. Really nice move. Massling Queen here, ready to fight. And he has to cancel the first shade. Delaying this is so important. Rochoran about 10 seconds from being there. He should leave the Spore Crawler there. He roots the Spore Crawler, I guess, because the natural doesn't have Oracle defense right now. Adepts think about shading. They don't quite go for it. They do manage to take out some creep tumors, though. Oracles and Adepts hanging out. Blink and Forge on the way behind this. No probe production for Hero, just sitting on 53 probes. He feels incredibly committed right now. He needs that damage, and he goes for the shade on top of the Zerglings into a big Ling surround. The Spore even pulls out of the wall off to try and let the Lings get more surface area. We've got some stasis traps coming down here. Needs to split some Lings off for those. He splits a drone off for one. Adept's going to shade into that mineral line. Watch out for that stasis on the left side. Sends one queen to take it. Good defense by Shin. Great crisis management for Mr. Shin Bomb. More Adepts shading forwards. The Spore Crawler's back in the wall off, and this is just excellent defense. So well done by Shin. This could have gone so much worse. I still think it's good damage for Hero, who's going into Blink and +1. Fourth hatchery behind this. Hero finally started probing behind this. And the Adepts are in that base right now. Ling's going down, drone's going down. Going to be taking out so much stuff here. So many Zerglings have died as well. Great point from Twitch chat there. I mean, it's not just the drone losses, it's the Zerglings. The units lost tab is in favor of Protoss. Good cancel on the shade. You want to run away at this point. Another stasis trap is right there. Hopefully gets that one activated sooner rather than later. Roaches are not in position. Dude, if the stasis trap lands on the Roaches, this might be a cancel on the fourth base. Dude, it is. It's a cancel on the fourth base. Oh, that's big. Shin wanted to use that to rebuild his economy. Now we've got a robo up, 6 gases. 66 probes, 6 gases, 3 more gateways, going to bring it up to 7 gates, and Hero with another Glaive Adept timing doing so well. 40 versus 80 units, still surprisingly close in the units loss. You got to realize those are Zerg units. When Zerg units die, they do not cost nearly as much as Protoss. 25 minerals a Zergling, 50 per drone. And you can see 76 Zerglings, 7 drones for 12 Adepts and Oracle, and a probe. Hydra Den's coming in. Dude, is Shin just going to play Hydras every game? I don't know if that's the most solid style, but I guess maybe he just feels he needs to simply to survive here. We saw Hero not really converting his advantage in that last game, but it looks like he will play Colossus this time around. Double Robo Colossus doing what it needs to do. Stalkers trying to blink back. Good move, good move. All right, fourth hatchery's up top center. Roach speed, +1, 64 drones. Shin trying to hang on. If he can push these Blink Stalkers back, maybe he can think about a hive transition. I don't think he can have a counterattack, though. The idea of counterattacking against Hero, it's a long shot. You just have to survive and weather the storm. And right now, the Stalkers are enough of a problem, let alone double Robo Bay coming up. Going to a fourth Nexus. 8th Gateway is transforming. Double Colossus does start. Stalkers going to need to blink back. Starts blinking them back now. A few Lings are going to run in. Adepts coming in behind that third base. Does take out a Queen, but the Adepts will go down pretty easily. It's the Stalkers on the front where Hero really wants to have the good trade. Back at home, Zerglings killing probes. Oh, Hero. Hero's so tunnel vision on the front. He's losing a lot of probes to just a few Zerglings. This is a crazy amount of damage to be taken to a 3 Zergling run by. Hero! 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 He notices 10 probes to 3 Zerglings, though. He's down on economy against Shin, who's been stuck in his corner on 3 base making Roach Hydra. And this is yet another surprisingly close situation. Hero, though, he does have double Robo Colossus. He's got a 4th coming out. I still think he's massively favored here. Shin trying to make an infestation, trying to make a 4th base, but the 4th base goes down. The Stalkers snipe it, grab a Roach on the disengage, even uses his Prism to pick up a couple of these weak Stalkers as he runs away. Hero's still in a big lead right now. Remember, being up in supply, not that big when a lot of your army is Roaches. Roaches, 2 supply, Ravages, 3 supply. They are some of the least supply efficient units in the game. A couple of Disruptors coming out for Hero as well. Yes, they will not one-shot Roaches and Ravages, but they still do massive damage. Having a few Disruptors in the mix can be game-changing. Stalkers moving forwards. Could be blinking back. Shin just GG's? I mean, to be fair, you know he can't defend that army, right? I think if you look at this from Shin's view, guys, he sees here. He's like, okay, maybe I can survive the Stalkers. He sees Colossus and he's like, yeah, nah, I'm dead. Evolution. He just knows. Evolution complete, says Diva. Shin says evolution, more like devolution complete. I am dead. Let's go game 5. All right, guys. Game 5, and Shin is doing something nasty because that's a very early drone moving out. Oh me, oh my. Shin has got some dirty tricks up his sleeve on Amygdala. Playing for Gaming Gladiators. Hero is going to go for that early pylon on the natural. And this looks like a proxy hatchery. Question, where does he go to with this proxy hatchery? Does he actually just block the base, or does he commit even more with a crazy like spine rush or something? I mean, Hero hasn't been scouting a lot in this series. I imagine you just block the hatchery, you wait for the gateway to go down, wait for that probe to move back into the main base, and then you come in here. Yeah, so he's timing it out to arrive right at 275 minerals. And this probe is going to come in, see no natural, but there's no time to react. There we go. He pulls it back for a second because he doesn't quite have the minerals. And even if you pull probes immediately, you know you can't get there before this hatchery goes down. 25 minerals cheaper hatchery does make this build slightly stronger. I know some people have been pulling an extra probe to kill the hatchery, but Hero is only pulling 4, 5. No, you need to pull like 6 or 7 immediately, don't you? If you want to shut it down. Interesting. Hero not building a second pylon right now. Normally you'd build a second pylon because you know you're going to build a zealot. Okay, second pylon goes down now in the back, a little bit later than I expected. Only 5 probes attacking it. I imagine he's going to go zealot and then chrono at 2 adept pressure while expanding. Because no second gas. He's pulled off gas completely here. Okay, yeah, it looks like he's going to go for the wall off there. Opening is on the north side. His spawning pool's gone down. Drone's coming out. Shin does sneak the drone out. He's going to go take that third base as his natural. Hatchery taking a lot of damage on the other side. He's trying to get that natural up. He's going to come back. He really doesn't want to take his third because he's going to be gasless for a while. You do not want to defend a third without having Ling speed. Hatchery taking damage. Zealot coming in right now. The main base of Hero very focused on trying to up his mineral mining, but now he's decided to put 3 workers on gas so that he can make adepts and the like. Hatchery will cancel in a moment. Let's see what he does with that minerals. No Evo chamber block. He cancels it. Gets 207 minerals back. Goes into the main. We've got that main base there. Natural there. He's going to try and take a third as well, but he is a bit supply blocked. Extra Overlord starts up along with that Queen. Extractor in the main base. This probe is going to have to pylon block if Hero wants to block this third. Is Hero... I mean, you know Hero wants to because Hero hates letting his opponent do what they want to do, but he was not willing to delay his Nexus, which has just started. Could be worth... He's going to have to do it now. And... Oh! Hatchery does get up. Nice play there for Shin. Zealot attacking the Extractor in the main. He's going to cancel that. Immediately hop back in the Extractor. Doesn't want to let this finish. Just keeping that Zealot occupied for now. Third pylon goes down. Hero is supply blocked in a moment, but only for a few seconds. The 3 gas... Oh, 3 probes being pulled as well. Nice move, nice move. Second gas does go down. Hero not going to be able to play Stargate. In this style, I always prefer to just play, yeah, extra gateways into a quicker third base. But Shin might be planning for that and looking to like flood you in some way. So you really have to try and balance a tight rope. You can't really play Stargate as Hero. You just won't have the gas for it. So you have to change your play style up and play a bit more gateway heavy, potentially play Twilight first, and then think about what counters that. But yeah, Stargate should be off the menu here. If he goes for it, it's an incredibly late Stargate. Adepts coming forward. Yeah, that's 2 Adepts. Just trying to defend. Make sure there's no Zerglings sneaking in. 8 Zerglings at home for Shin. 24 workers for Zerg. 28. 29 now. 30, sorry. 30 to 26 in Protoss favor. Chrono's coming out on both mechs high. And he's going to go Robo Twilight. Oh, Robo Forge. Yeah. Like I said, you don't have the gas for Stargate. It's 150 for that. And that is an issue. Slowly, these big destructible kind of creep wads are slowly dying on this map. I want to see more of that. Paths that are closed early game, but then open up late game or later on. You can obviously kill them to make them open up faster. Adepts being really careful here, just hiding in between the minerals. Robo and Forge coming up. Zerg's back on gas. So Shin's just put back on gas. He's building 3 Overlords. He's a little supply blocked right now. This early game's definitely been a little messy. And a few more Adepts are going to come out. So Hero's just going to play this kind of flowing, weird Warp Prism, +1 Adept pressure, no Glaives, no Twilight, no third base just yet. Now the Twilight goes down. But I really think Hero needs to think about securing a quick third. The problem with these sort of made-up builds is if you don't secure a relatively quick third, the Zerg can get way far ahead of you in economy. That being said, Shin is only on 36 workers. He's actually so afraid of Hero because Hero's such a crazy guy. He's like, oh, Hero could be doing anything right now. I don't know what's coming. He's trying to overload scout. The Stalker's going to deny that scout before it sees too much. I don't think that's going to see anything at all. The Adepts are still out here shading backwards. He's forced so many Zerglings. Good defensive shade here for Hero. Overlord doesn't see anything, guys. He sees a gateway in the main. He knows there's a second gate. That's all he knows. Stalkers and Prisms taking the Overlord out. Diva there in Shin's ears, keeping that testosterone high. What can I say? And he's going to clean up some Overlords. He's got a few Stalkers. I mean, 3 Stalkers? And now he goes charge and 2 more gateways. What is Hero doing? No third. You got to take a third, mate. This is going to be so late. This +1 charge Immortal attack. Off the back of, I think he tried to make it look like a blink all-in by going for 3 Stalkers. Shin's building spores. Shin is confused. Shin's still on hatchery tech going, what is happening in this game? Like, what are you doing? And Hero's out here like, I'd like to know that as well. I think I'm doing a 4-gas Archon push, but also not mining the 4th gas, so I guess that one's a fake. Observers on the right side, Adepts picking off a few units here and there. He's trying to fake a third base because he hasn't started it. It really feels like he's got to go Templar Archives. And he's just going to go for a big Archon Zealot Immortal all-in. He's only got 6 gates, though. He's going to need 1 more Immortal. I think he needs to wait for a second Immortal if he wants to do this. He could push with 1, but right now, Hero feeling like he's all in off 2 base. Shin has squeezed in another 15, 20 workers. He's at 57 versus 42. That is a 15 worker advantage. He's got a lair on the way. If Shin does nothing but make units from here, oh, he's going to need another gas as well. He's only on 2 gas. He should be able to defend, though. The question is, can Shin realize what's happening? Can Shin realize what's happening? Stalker Sentry move out. It's a Stalker Sentry Immortal push. He didn't use energy recharge on the Sentries. I can't believe it. That's what makes Sentries so much better in this patch. Hero, I think he's just making it up as he goes, using an old build from his ancient memory. Energy recharge is so good. He leaves the door open. Hero leaves his door open again. Over and over and over again. Every single PvZ he plays. He's going to push in, though, a brutal push. The Zealots with +1 doing some decent damage, but there's no Immortals or Archons with this. They're at home. 23 probes have gone down. Hero playing like some sort of drunk, not a Dark Templar, a drunk Templar right now. Man is absolutely off the chain. There is not enough soju in all of Korea's 7-Elevens to fuel the strategies of Hero today. This is madness. And honestly, Shin says, no, this is Zergta or Sparta. I don't know. Zergta doesn't quite roll off the tongue. Kind of ruined that one. Pig, stuck your foot in your mouth, didn't you? Should have just said Sparta. But basically what I'm saying is Shin just kicked Hero into a big, deep well in the center of town. And he's ready to strap on those shields, get those spears in his hands, pull out his 12-pack abs, and basically oil them up before decimating thousands of Protoss. He's dead. It was a cool idea. I want to do this sneaky, weird Zealot timing off this Adept pressure, get a few Stalkers to deny your scouting. 3 Stalkers seemed like too many. But man, not using energy on the sentries, leaving his door wide open with a 2-base push, moving out before the second Immortal was ready, just going to rally it into the fight. It's just classic Hero doing some silly things. And it's you know, the dichotomy of being a Hero fan, guys. He's going to play the best StarCraft you've ever seen, blended evenly with the worst StarCraft you've ever seen. That is just who Hero is as a human. He's up, he's down, he's in and he's out. And he's going to do another attempt at a push, but against Ravager, Ling, Bane. Roach speed now done. 4 more Ravagers finishing. There's no way. These force fields are going to get broken very quickly. Zealots coming forward. Sentries and Immortals doing what they can. Zealots trying to break into that worker line. Mortal Sentry, seeing what they can do. Oh, Zealot's running away. Nice force field to block some of those Banes. Force field's doing what they can, but that is so much Roach Ravager, Zergling. Prism dodge. Prism only gets hit by 2 Biles. It's still alive. Dude, Hero making some damage happen in a situation where we all thought he was just going to get absolutely wiped. Nice force fields, nice Immortals. Oh, big Bile lands, though. That Immortal down to 80 hit points. It's going to get focus fired. It's done for. Just a few Spore shots. The Prism goes down. The Roach Ravager defending. I mean, up 30 army supply. Yeah, he loses a few drones. But this is as all in as they come. Kills his own Overlords with Bile. That was kind of funny. But of course, the Roaches focusing down the Immortal. The Sentries and the Stalkers say goodnight. And Hero is going to have to say GG. Beautiful defense by Shin. And great Ling counterattacks to expose Hero as being a bit of a drunk brawler today, you know? It's kind of funny. I think of like some MMA fighters where they can kind of start kind of technical and stuff and like calm and measured. And the moment they get like punched, they just start brawling. You know, like they get hit or the fight gets like they take like a hit that's a little bit, kind of gets their attention a little bit. And they just start swinging for the fences. And they're like, I'm not holding my hands up anymore. I'm charging at you. I'm going to just try and friggin' YOLO some stuff. And I'm like, ooh, Hero sometimes has that flavor about him. You're like, ooh, he's looking technical. He's looking clean. And then he gets punched in the face and he's like, all right, we're just, He like pulls 2 Molotovs, one out of each pocket, throws them at his own feet like it's a smoke bomb, but he sets himself on fire in the process. And then he just tackles the other guy. And you're like, I don't know if this is good. I mean, it's entertaining. I don't know if it's good. Like, some would argue setting yourself on fire the moment you get punched in the face is not a good strategy. Oh. Yeah, he's dead. He's dead, guys. No, I mean, I just kind of a couple of silly mistakes for Hero. I mean, Whispers of Gold was such a fantastic hold, which I didn't think he'd be able to make happen because of the opening. He made it happen, and then he just, you know, like I was saying from so early in that Whispers of Gold game, like you just need to make sure you're ready for the next wave. He just didn't scout. He just counter-pressured with Stalkers, kept making nothing but Stalker Zealot Archon. Like he had a few good Storms, and then he just was like, forgot he had Psystorm. Took a Robo like so late in that game. It was like 13 minutes into the game or something his Robo started. It was just kind of weird to see Hero do that. Yeah, winging those wild punches. Sometimes it's, yeah. Sometimes it's amazing. Sometimes it's awkward. Those DDP special punches. Yeah. It's hard to get Hero's timing. When you're fighting against Hero, you can't really read his timing. You really can't figure out where the next punch is going to come from because he never has any idea. That's the power. Pure unpredictability in this man, right? Overloads his opponent with chaos. Sometimes he does like a backflip though. He's trying to do like a backflip knockout and he kind of jumps on his own head and KOs himself. And that's kind of what happens, man. Oh, the force field on the ramp could be cute. This is how most Protoss players won tournaments in 2011, guys. Force field on the ramp with the Warp Prism. But the Ravager does exist now. You used to get permanently locked out of that base. Not anymore. Gets a bit of damage, 9 drones. Can he defend a max of Ravager Ling Bane with 5 sentries, 2 Immortals, and 4 Zealots? I'm going to go ahead and say, yeah, nah. Which is an Australian way of saying no. If we say, nah, yeah, that means yes. If we say, yeah, nah, that means no. That's a lesson on Australian English, and that is a lesson from SHIN on how to smack Hero by running into his wide open wall multiple times in a series. Very nice play from SHIN, goes to the finals.